Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. This is Living to Learn. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for paying attention. What I'm on here sharing on YouTube, I hope that you can benefit from it. I hope that you'll send it to someone, share it with someone who can benefit possibly with what I'm going to share today. Before I get into my video, I do want to remind you, as always, my TikTok and Instagram handle can be found in the description of this video at Live to Learn Coaching. That is where you can send me a direct message. That is where you can follow me for more content. If you have any questions, if you want to say hi, that's the place to do it. At Live to Learn Coaching, TikTok, Instagram, same handle. Also in the description of the video, 3 opportunities to support my channel financially. Thank you to those of you who have taken your support to that financial level. We all work hard for our money. We all need our money. So the fact that you're able to set a little bit aside toward what I'm doing here, man, that means a lot. So I want to say thank you for that. 3 opportunities in the description of the video. Support financially. Go ahead and do it if that's what you feel like you need to do. So let's get into today's video. We're going to continue our theme as we have been over the last couple of weeks, where I am addressing my men. I'm addressing those of us who identify as men, those of us who may be in the middle of careers, starting our careers, end of our careers, families, kids, married, divorced. Anyway, every way, shape, or form, every flavor, every type, every situation of a man, this is for you. This is what I'm addressing for us specifically. Over the last couple of weeks, been talking about a lot of different things, giving some pointers, giving a little bit of advice, dropping a little bit of understanding from my perspective. Now, the videos have not been that long, and that is because what I'm doing is I'm preparing myself to emphasize more of my coaching, more of the business aspect of living to learn, or at Live to Learn Coaching. See, there's a value with what we bring to the table. And this is for anyone watching, really. There is value for everything we bring to the table, because like I've said in other videos, you're not going to hear anything here that never has been said before. I'm not that original. All right. I'm not that cool. I try. But most of what I'm saying has already been said. What hasn't been done, and I hope you'll take this to heart. I've said this in other videos as well, and I hope you'll listen to it this time if you didn't the first time. What is different is the way I say it, the way I present these ideas, and that is the same for you. I say all that to say there's a value, there is a price tag on what you and I offer. So I can't just give it all away for free. Although I love to give away some of it for free. I love to share it. I want to help people. That's my intention. That's my whole motive. That is what's behind this channel and at Live to Learn Coaching. With that being said, you and I have value, and we must appreciate that, and we must expect that to be understood. So let me get into what I'm talking about today. When a man is most useful, when a man has his most use. Now, we can go a ton of different ways with this, but I want to talk about something that's near and dear to myself, something that I've learned over the years. And I'm talking about unlearning. I've learned to unlearn. So I just had a conversation not too long ago with a good friend of mine. And I mean a good friend, like a real friend. Someone who's actually there. Someone who has actually been there for me during tough times. And someone who generally cares about me and my family. And I return that to them as well. We had a conversation. And the conversation really resonated around this whole idea, really kind of painted a picture for me about the importance of unlearning things. As men, it is important for us to learn, but it is just as important for us to unlearn. You see, you and I, we however we were raised, however we've come along this far in life, or whatever stage of life we're at, we have brought with us a perspective, a programming, if you will, on how we observe things and what things are supposed to look like and what we think they look like. And as I quoted last week in my reel, I paraphrased the great late Dr. Stephen Covey, who wrote The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. If you haven't read it or listened to it, I highly recommend that you do that. Right? All right. Anyway, so he says it's what we see is not the problem. You see, man, I'm not expecting us to just change our vision, become a new person overnight. That is unrealistic. But Dr. Covey said it's not what we see that's the problem. The problem is the way we see it. See, that part right there, we are responsible for. A man is most useful when he is able to unlearn things that no longer serve him and those around him, those who rely on him, those who depend on him. And I'm not just talking about children and spouses. I'm talking about people you come across in the workplace. I've got younger coworkers that I work with, and I have a certain amount of responsibility to conduct myself in a way to unlearn, to be useful, to be a source, a resource. Maybe you've never thought of it that way. Well, guess what? We don't live on this earth alone. We're not alone in this lifetime. I pay it forward because of the things that have been given to me. But see, even that takes dedication. Even understanding that and getting that concept takes some learning and some unlearning. Maybe it's self-doubt, limiting beliefs about ourselves, whatever it might be. Man, if we want to be useful, we must understand not only the importance of learning, but the importance of unlearning. A man is most important when he is able to unlearn things that are no longer, or maybe they never were, good for him. They never were moving us forward, but instead were keeping us stuck in our ways, and whatever that might be. And this is where I tell you, if you want to know further, if you want to really dive into this, you really want to get to the depths, to the bottom of it, contact me directly. I would love to coach you through this. I would love to explain to you what this is about and how whatever situation that it is in your life, whatever it looks like to you, because for us it's different, right? It looks different in my life. By no means have I arrived. By no means am I at the top of the mountain looking down on everyone else. Absolutely not.